What's up, everyone? Today we're talking drying aids, and these are a couple of my favorite. Some don't get talked about very much, others get talked about a whole lot. So today what we're going to do is just have a discussion about both. I'll tell you the differences between Adams Slick and Slide and Obsessed Garage Drying Aid, which is the main two I use. So just a quick video today about some product, so a little change up from what I normally do. And we're going to talk about what I like about both, what's the differences of both, and what I dislike. So let's get to it. All right, so drying aids. Drying aid is something I use every time I wash the car. It doesn't matter if it's a maintenance wash or not. I guess they're all technically maintenance washes, but these things work on coated cars and non-coated cars. And this is my absolute favorite thing to use for drying the car. Now, my process of drying is, I don't use a big towel. So if you've seen any of my videos, I always use a leaf blower, an Ego 765. And I dry the car as much as possible. So there's just very little water left on it, just a few spots here and there. And then I always pull it in the garage and I use this or one of these two to finish drying the car. And this is essentially my topper or my sacrificial layer. But I want to talk about the differences between the two because I'm kind of a member of both things, and you may not know which one's my favorite yet because I've got my Obsessed Garage hat on and I've got my Adams Polishes shirt on. Because these are the two places that I order the most product from by far. I like Adams because they make a pretty good product, some things better than others, but great value in the product for a do-it-yourselfer. So I always promote them to a lot of people. Obsessed Garage, you're just gonna get the best of everything, period. So that's why I order a lot of things through them. So I'm in the Adams group on Facebook, and I think I never hear about this product, the Slick and Slide. So their Slick and Slide, I don't even know what they market it as, just a Hyper Slick Express Quick Detailer. Essentially is what they market it as. And I don't know why in particular, because I have a theory on why, but I wouldn't use this as a quick detailer. So I don't think it does a very good job as that, and I don't think that's what it's truly designed for. On the other hand, you have Obsessed Garage, which is just their drying aid. And this is a Press-All bottle that I have. The Press-All bottle is like 15 bucks, so that's expensive by itself. You don't have to get that. I just ordered a set of them. So I'm in the Adams group, like I said, on Facebook. They never talk about this. Everywhere else, I'm on the Obsessed Garage Facebook group, and I'm an Inside the Hex member, which is a whole nother private group. This drying aid is talked about all the time, mainly over P&S Beadmaker. Beadmaker was the go-to before this, I feel like, and now everybody's switching to this. So I jumped aboard and I've loved it. Well, coincidentally, I already had some Slick and Slide and I just never really knew what I wanted to use it for. So if I read the back of Slick and Slide, what's interesting about this, I know it says it on here. Here we go. Adams Slick and Slide is at its best when used as a touch-up detailer between washings or as a final touch showroom shine detail spray. So they just market it as a really slick, hydrophobic touch-up detailer. And they actually say this is not intended to be used as a drying aid. So I don't really understand why. My theory is that they have a detail spray already. And they don't want to take away from their detail spray, which they market as a drying aid. And I've used that before as a drying aid. It works pretty well. So I had mentioned in the Facebook groups and things that, a lot of talk about the drying aid, Obsessed Garage drying aid, very little talk about the Slick and Slide. Adams, I find they have so many products that a lot of times their products kind of overlap one another, and I'm not sure why they do that exactly. But for example, they also have an H2O Garden Gloss, which is a different type of product. But you kind of use it as a drying aid. Your car needs to be more wet, and you spray it on, you have to wipe it off wet, and it seals your car. And this actually says, for those attempting to compare this the Slick and Slide to their H2O Garden Gloss, this detailer was not intended to be an effective drying aid and shouldn't be used as such. And I'm guessing, like I said, that might be just to not take sales away from their other products is the only thing I can figure when it comes to that. And the reason I say that is, so with the Obsessed Garage drying aid being so popular, what's funny is so if you watch my channel, you probably have come across or you subscribe to Pan. So Pan the Organizer. Okay, so I watched a lot of videos on him. So one video he is interviewing he was a chemist, I believe, from B&B Blending. So B&B Blending is out of Colorado. B&B Blending blends and makes all of Adams Polish's products. Well, B&B Blending also makes Obsessed Garage drying aid. And he was talking about, I think he mentioned his favorite product, the chemist did. And he said it was something called Slipstream that came out by accident. Okay, I guess it happened by accident the way they discovered it. And when they did that, he is the one who explained that Slick and Slide is Slipstream, and Slipstream is also Obsessed Garage drying aid. So it is the same exact product, one marketed directly as a drying aid, one marketed just as a slick hydrophobic spray, maybe not to take away sales from the others. But once I figured out they're the same thing, I started using them in the same way, and they work exactly the same. And they're awesome. They're my favorite drying aids to use by far. So which one do I like better? Well, that depends. I like both. Okay, and if I had to pick one, I would probably go with the Obsessed Garage drying aid. So they're very close on price. Obsessed Garage drying aid for a gallon, this is $50 on their site. Now I'm an Inside the Hex member, so I get 10% off. So I'd get $5 off that, so it would cost me $45 with free shipping. Everyone else $50 plus shipping. Now, that's just the gallon. The Adams Slick and Slide is $45 on Adams' website. Now, Adams, one thing they're known for is they run sales 24/7, 365. They got a sale between 20 and 30%. I don't think I've ever bought anything at full retail with them. So you can get a better price on this, roughly, let's say, $9 to $12 off. But what they also have that a lot of people don't realize is they have a lot of their gallons with a free 16 ounce. So when I order, I always select that. So you would get a gallon, a free 16 ounce, which I don't remember how much this costs. Might be, let's say, $15, $12 to $15, but that would be free. And you get the 20 or 30% off. So at that point, it's a great value. If you're talking the low $30 range for all that, that's pretty good. So when they're on sale, I buy them just to stock up on it. Otherwise, I have a couple of gallons of drying aid. I have a couple of gallons of Slick and Slide. Now, what I like about the Slick and Slide is they put a mango scent. Scents are cool. All the Adams products typically smell good. So it does smell good. I enjoy that. The Obsessed Garage drying aid is just more of a simple, just straightforward solution. It's no scent. It has the most faint scent of vinegar, you could say, or people have said, but it's so faint that you really don't even notice it. And it's got no color. It's just kind of a whitish, milkyish, clear liquid. I do like that it's clear, even though it's fun to have colors and things, but look, you may actually notice, look what it does to the bottle. Can you see up here on some that I've used already? Let me try and get it to focus. It wants to focus on my face. There we go. So look, if you see up here, you're gonna see these lines on the bottle. And that's just from the solution sitting. So, and this is not old. So whatever color they try to put in there, this particular set of chemicals does not, I guess, hold the color well. And if you would watch a video from Matt when he talks about his drying aid when he was getting it developed and everything, he had tried to put a color in it and it just came out terrible. And the only negative is the color gets on your towels, and if it drips, it's just all over. I don't like that very much on it. So I do enjoy the simplicity of the drying aid. As far as the application of both, they're the exact same to me, and they both work unbelievable. You wouldn't believe how slick and glossy your car is and hydrophobic just from this with no coating. It's great. And it does not take a lot. It's a light mist with a big, large drying towel. I can show you. So this is the style drying towel I use every time. It's actually two towels into one. Obsessed Garage sells them. Adams Polishes sells them. But essentially I just wipe it and I flip it and buff it dry, and it works unbelievable. So, so that's my take on the two. I don't know why the Slick and Slide doesn't get a lot of love, but I think it's the least talked about Adams product, and is my favorite Adams product. Are definitely top 2 or 3. So a little different take on today's video. I'll put the links to both of these below, so if you want to grab yourself some, but give it a shot. You got any questions, let me know. Come back with some more content. I appreciate you guys following along, and as always, we're going to keep this thing going, so take care.